What's up guys, Scotty here. Today we're going to be reacting to video games that roast hackers. That's right, the actual games themselves are roasting the people that are hacking their games, which honestly is incredible. So without further ado, let's jump on in.
Batman Arkham Asylum once ruined their own game to stop hackers. If you downloaded a pirated version, it would become practically unplayable. And instead of just making it not work, they did one genius thing, which was removing the ability to glide. Now, it doesn't sound like a big deal until you
just
literally try to play any mission to find Batman's been turned into, well, just a man.
Bro, that is incredible. You just can't even play the game. You download this Pirate Bay. You watched 15 minutes of cutscenes just to play the game, and you can't fly around like a bat. Incredible.
And the devs of Crysis added a way to mess with cheaters, but somehow made the game more fun. It's a standard first-person shooter, but if you decide to grab it for free instead of paying, you'll get something really unusual. As soon as you pick up your first weapon, hundreds of chickens will start flying out of it. Now, EA added this would make me want to hack feature, but players ended up loving it, even though it did 0 damage, which made the game completely unplayable.
Bro, that sounds incredible. It doesn't do damage, but it clearly still has physics. Like this guy right here is just getting absolutely pummeled into the ground by chickens. God, this is my wet dream.
But something that causes a lot more damage is cheating in Jade Empire. The main objective in Imperial Arena is to join as a fighter and work your way up the ranks. But there's also some interesting activities that can go terribly wrong. How old is this game? One of these is making bets with Gambler Daushin, but some players found a way to cheat and they would instantly regret it. Each time you win, you can save the game, and if you lose, simply reload the save. It's a pretty smart trick, but after 20 wins in a row, the game will figure out exactly what you're doing. And the next time you try to play, this happens.
What? Just instantly murders you. I hope though that when that happens, it then saves the game. So then you're fucking stuck with that. That would be amazing. Because otherwise you just reload the save and then you're just chilling. But that feels too easy to me.
But you'll probably prefer that over this punishment for hackers in The Witcher 2. Since it's a huge franchise, you might want to try to get your hands on it without paying. But doing this has dire consequences. CD Projekt Red wasn't planning on letting people get away with piracy, and instead of shutting off the game, they troll cheaters in the most creative way. When you find a love interest, instead of being the young woman you'd usually see, it would be replaced by an old lady. Romance is such a huge part of the game, and these devs just forced you to make out with grandmas instead.
Grannies need love too. What the fuck? Bro, they should have made it just like a fucking lizard person or something. Make it at least a little strange. Everyone's been with a gilf or two.
But I can't say the same for cheaters in Rust.
Oh boy.
When Komomo found this hacker on one of his servers, he decided to pull off the greatest prank. He asked him why he's cheating, but after getting no response, he baits him into picking up a modded weapon.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Stupid cheater.
Oh, that's amazing. Bro, do they just make modded servers where you can just do this? That would be incredible. Bro, his fucking people need them.
Slender the Arrival also messes with cheaters in the best way. If you don't want to sneak around and avoid him to escape, you could try to hack your way out of the map instead, although this probably isn't the best idea. Players who try to glitch outside the map would find themselves falling into a black void. It seems pretty standard until you get a jump scare with the message saying, not even a bug in this game will save you from me.
Bro, that is great. You're like trying to bypass the Slender Man and you still get jump scared.
And GTA wasn't planning on letting you get away with cheating either. There's an insanely overpowered vehicle in the story mode called the Duke of Death. It wasn't available in online mode, so people decided to hack it in. It actually worked and the car appeared normal, but as soon as you tried to drive it, this would happen.
I love that half of these are just fucking killing the person. Bro, these are great. I think the chicken one is still the best.
But I think I'd prefer not being able to play than being hunted for the entire game. If you ever download Serious Sam 3 for free, the devs left in a special enemy. After exploring the first mission and defeating some opponents, you'll soon be met by a giant scorpion that's literally invincible. This thing has super speed, can chase you anywhere, and will kill you instantly. But The Sims 4 is a completely different
What the fuck was that? Bro, The Sims is wild. Bro, this one is toxic. You complete a whole mission thinking your game is perfectly fine. You're like, yeah, I downloaded this. I didn't feel like paying for it. And then all of a sudden, this thing comes after you and just ruins everything. See, that one I can definitely get behind.
And any players that try to cheap out on Five Nights at Freddy's would definitely regret it. If you are already terrified of jump scares, the pirated version will... Every time you launch the game, you'll be greeted by a random jump scare. If you decide you've had enough and try to close it, you'll just get another one sending a clear message that you should never try to pirate a game.
Bro, I would shit my pants. Well, that would be a great video idea. Convincing someone to play Five Nights at Freddy's with me, and I just hack it so that it does that. We're gonna save that one.
Write that down, write that down!
But one of the most meta trolls of all time has to go to Game Dev Tycoon. As you're making your own game and increasing sales, you might receive this strange message. Turns out that the devs actually added a special scenario in if you pirated the game. The sales report says, "Boss, many players are stealing and downloading our game rather than buying it legally. If they don't buy the games they like, we'll soon go bankrupt." This is a perfect message to put you in the shoes of the devs that you're literally scamming money from.
That's
to
fucking
make it
hilarious.
Better, you'll eventually go completely bankrupt, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Holy shit, dude. You pirated a game where you make games, and then they make it so in the game, people pirate your game. That is most literally meta as fuck. That's such a great way to do it. I just love how creative these are.
But it gets even better in Spyro 3, where the devs went to incredible lengths to troll people who stole the game. While playing, the characters will actually warn you that they know you're playing a pirated copy and you might encounter some problems. But if you decide to keep playing, you'll realize that these issues are actually intentional. They'll remove gems you've collected, delete special characters you need, and even randomly crash the game. But the absolute biggest troll comes when you try to fight the final boss, who deletes your entire save file right before the ending.
Bro, if you manage to play through all of these like little quirks that they added and then it just deleted the game save, bro, I would commit seppuku. I would smash my fucking computer, and that'd be it.
And while that's one of the worst punishments out there, at least they let you play the game. If you decide to hack in any way in Monster Hunter 3, the devs will show no mercy. As soon as you're caught with cheats to gain an unfair advantage, you'll immediately be hit with a 7,000-year ban. So unless you're immortal, you'll probably never get unbanned, so don't cheat. Although people didn't listen to this advice in Warzone, causing one of the biggest hacking outbreaks ever in video games. When it was first released, the devs didn't add any anti-cheat, and tons of people used aimbot and ESP, resulting in chaos. This forced the devs to launch a counterattack, and it stopped hackers in the most hilarious way. Instead of just banning them, Activision trolled players who tried to cheat. Anyone who was attacked by a hacker would be shielded from the damage and turned completely invisible, making the cheats useless.
That's fucking hilarious. I feel like I've never really seen this working. I feel like people cheat just fine. I guess maybe they just make new accounts once they're a known cheater. At least in the beginning, it was a funny concept. I'll give them that.
The most interesting times hackers got justice was back in H1Z1. If you got banned for any reason, the only way to appeal was to send a public apology via YouTube video to the devs. Unfortunately, the community was super toxic and sent an overload of useless videos, but the devs responded with their own, roasting the messages.
Hello, my main account is banned. I understand it's my fault, and I really want to play this game clearly. I just want a new start, new chance.
Oh, that's fucking great. That one reminds me of Counter-Strike Overwatch, where you could like review hackers' gameplays to determine if they're actually hacking or not. But this, you just have a fucking developer laughing in your fucking face, watching your fucking video. I approve. Don't cheat, pussies.
If you're playing any game and find a way to cheat, you're likely gonna try it out. But in this South Park game, the devs had completely prepared for it. There's a part of the game where you have to find a passcode to get into Cartman's secret basement. But if you Google the answer to cheat your way in, he'll appear and start roasting you for cheating.
That's great.
You just want to Tom Brady your way through the whole game? What's the matter? Can't do it on your own?
Hey, I don't think they ever proved Deflategate, okay, Cartman?
Because in Banjo-Kazooie, they take punishing cheaters to a whole new level. Within the game, there's various codes you could use, from increasing items to opening entire areas early. Now, you might have wanted to use these cheats if you were stuck on a level. However, Gruntilda would only take so much. Doing it once or twice is fine, but dare to use it a third time, and bottles will appear warning you against cheating again. If
I didn't know that.
the message, Gruntilda will appear and delete your entire save file.
What?
It kinda seems like a joke, but the next time you try to save, you watch as the game fades away with the witch's cackling laugh.
Bro, I would be fuming.
And if that wasn't enough, you even see the game over cutscene with Gruntilda celebrating your deleted save, and once you return to the menu, you'll even find all of your progress wiped.
I would have cried as a child if I accidentally did that. That would have ruined me. I don't want to think about that anymore.
But what about not letting you play the game at all? If you try to cheat the devs by pirating this game, Mirror's Edge has a surprise waiting for you. The game loads up perfectly fine and seems normal until you realize you're moving incredibly slow, making it impossible to complete even even
Oh,
the
that's
first
fucking
jump.
hilarious.
I gotta admit, this is such a clever way to mess with cheaters.
Parkour game where you can't parkour. Ass. I feel like it makes sense that you wouldn't be able to play the game, but some of these developers charging $60 for an unfinished game is actually unreal. So I get it.
And the creators of RuneScape took messing with a cheater even further. If anyone in the game was cheating, instead of banning them on the spot, the devs decided to make an entire event out of it. If the anti-cheat detects a player is hacked 3 times, you'd be sentenced to an island called Botany Bay. A crowd of other players are alerted and could even attend a trial for the cheater, with the bot finder general giving a hilarious speech.
They strike me as exactly the kind of person who would use a bot to get what they want.
Once he finishes up, all the players watching are then able to vote on the way the hacker will get banned. They give you 3 choices, ranging from being crushed, eaten, and even disintegrated by the gods. All of that in front of an entire server, humiliating you for cheating before getting permanently banned forever. That is amazing.
We should do this for fucking streamers that cheat. Bro, if you get to like manually throw those tomatoes, that is amazing. I might play RuneScape just for this. That would be the only thing I do. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind death by swallowing.
Before getting permanently banned forever. You'll love to see it. And
how did I miss that part? Not only do they go through this whole fucking ordeal, they get banned. Incredible. You played yourself.
And you're not allowed to cheat in Guild Wars either. It's an online game that punishes hackers publicly and makes a mini event. If a player was ever caught cheating or breaking the rules in any way, the Grim Reaper would suddenly emerge and execute them on the spot. Players would randomly see this unique event occur right in front of them, causing so much hype in the chat whenever a hacker got that ban they deserve.
That would be amazing. I wish Rainbow Six Siege, instead of just like being in the chat in the middle of your game, had something like this. Because I feel like it happens so much. I would just sit there spectating all day.
Forever. But sometimes the cheats are down to the game itself. In The Witcher 3, players were making the most out of a field where cows would constantly respawn to sell their leather and make money from it. This basically created an infinite money glitch. CD Projekt Red discovered the exploit and released a patch called the Bovine Defense Force Initiative, making a nearly unkillable enemy spawn whenever you farm too many cows. Suddenly, a chort would begin running at you out of nowhere, and you'd be forced to leave or fight this insanely OP monster. And later on in the game,
goofy little launch. Bro, who's mad about people making money off selling fucking leather? Isn't this single player too? Who cares?
Max Payne 3 also decided to embarrass you by ending your cheating in public servers and moving you to a lobby full of only hackers. Instead of using cheats to have an easy time, you would just be put against other hackers, completely trolling everyone in the lobby. This is actually such a 200 IQ move by the devs.
Yeah, but if everyone's cheating and everyone's trolling each other, doesn't that mean nobody's trolling anyone? Tell me I'm wrong.
Even games like Fall Guys have taken inspiration from this with their own cheater island.
Bro, cheating in Fall Guys is wild. It's child bean game. It's more bean game than Among Us bean game. It's sad.
And the Stanley Parable even has something similar. If you ever attempt to use server cheats within the command console, you'll be locked away in the serious room and lectured all about cheating. And if you thought you could cheat your way out of there, you'll only find yourself in a more serious room. And GTA even has its own serious room. If you're ever caught cheating or even being a bad sport,
everybody fucking cheats in GTA.
Lobby. Here you'll find a bunch of others who did the same, and you're humiliated with a permanent dunce tag glued to your head until you regain that freedom.
They let you regain your freedom? Oh, I don't cheat anymore, guys. I don't cheat anymore. I stopped. Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't nobody believe you. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you guys liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe down below if you're new. And if you have any ideas of things that you want me to watch, make sure you leave them down in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.